So we will continue our discussion on previous year questions, and here we will take up from Parson. So last year, this question has been asked. Okay, so you can see here, critically analyze Parsons' views on society as a social system. So let's try to understand what is the demand of the examiner. So here it is critically analyzed. So you will have to talk about Parsons' view on society as social system, right? Society as social system, and you need to give the criticism, you need to give the balanced conclusion. So you need to basically talk about Parsons' concept of society as social system. So this is most important, and the major components or the features of social system theory. So you have given us social system theory, that AGIL model and everything. So this session, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to guide you how you're going to approach this question. Okay, that we spent two sessions. So you need to explain the major components, the features of social system theory, right? Moving equilibrium phase, and all those you need to mention. Even to an extent, you need to talk about cybernetic hierarchy of control also. And then since it's 20 marker, you have enough scope and enough space and enough time also. Then goes for this part of critical analysis or the limitations of the theory. And what we need is a balanced conclusion. So this is going to be the structure and what all areas to be there. The keywords, structural functionalism should come, social system should come. You need to define social system, right? Plurality of individual actors and all those things. Then theory of social action also briefly need to mention, right? And how that lead to social system, you need to bring in AGIL model, right? And you need to talk about requisite functionalism phase, mechanism equilibrium phase. You also need to mention about cybernetic hierarchy of control along with the AGIL model. And then social roles, you need to talk about institutions, you need to mention social change, you need to mention. When you talk about social change, that's when you need to bring in cybernetic hierarchy of control, then criticisms, and then conclusion. So question is very simple. Critically analyze Parsons' views on society as a social system. So you can start with an introduction, and in the introduction you will write these keywords, right? You can briefly mention about structural functionalism. You need to mention about social system. You need to define social system consisting of plurality of individual actors interacting with each other in a situation where physical or environmental aspect. That definition you can write, or the generalized definition which I have given to you, that also you can write. Bring in Max Weber. You can also talk about Durkheim in the introduction if you want to, right? How he improved our Weber in terms of social action, you can mention if you want to. So again, we have scope. So accordingly, you will be writing. So you'll say Talcott Parsons is regarded as one of the most important or representative of structural functionalism. And his central argument is that society is not merely a collection of individuals, rather it is an organized social system consisting of interconnected institutions and roles that function together to maintain order and stability. Right, so you are introducing, and then you will also say Parsons developed his theory by building upon the ideas, earlier thinkers like Durkheim, Max Weber, the social action. Durkheim, he have taken functionalism to the next level. Pareto, Marshall, and in his famous book, The Structure of Social Action, 1937, he argued that individual actors are always guided by social norms, values, and institutions. Right? So we have discussed already, Parsons' theory is rooted in the structure of social system. That's the book. And then utilitarianism overemphasizes on individual rationality. Social action occurs within the system of shared norms and values. That's the definition. So according to Parsons, action do not occur in isolation, but in constellation, and constellation of action lead to action system. It is not empirically discrete, but occurs in constellation, right? Then society as a system, you need to explain, right? Very simple. So society is a social system comparable to biological organism. Guys, already we have discussed this. So I think you know this. Let me skip this area. Different institutions like family, education, economy, and religion all are interdependent. I've shown you, by showing this arrow to this, arrow to this, arrow to this, and this. So we have seen how it is, even AGIL model, how is it connected, different elements, how it is connected, and everything we have seen. So these institutions work together to maintain social order and equilibrium. Then every social system must perform certain essential function for its survival. And these functions are explained through AGIL. talk about mechanism equilibrium phase, talk about requisite functionalism phase, and this adaptation, goal attainment, integration, latency part, which I'm not explaining now, assuming that you know already, and then talk about social institutions and roles. And you will say society function through organized social roles and institutions. Every role carries expected rights and obligations, and stable role performance basically maintain the social order. And then you talk about social change and evolution, where you discuss a cybernetic hierarchy of control also, and the energy flow, information flow. If there is a break of that, the equilibrium break, and then social change happens. So all these we have mentioned. And then critical analysis part, overemphasis on order and stability, neglect of social. I'm just skipping this. You already have the notes. Otherwise, you can just take a screenshot and you can read this if you are someone who's new, who's watching this. Neglect of social conflict. So you can use marks to criticize that because of excessive functionalism, and limited role of individual agency, because individual appear as a passive performers of the social roles. So the theory basically underestimating the human creativity and resistance. Conservative orientation, because they often justify existing institutions. And inadequate explanation of rapid social change. The theories, explain gradual evolution better than revolutionary changes. Now talk about the relevance that basically helps to analyze institutions, how does maintaining stability and all those. And then you will say useful in understanding interdependence among family, education, economy, polity, that connection continue to influence sociology, public administration, and organizational studies. So that itself you can write as a conclusion also. Now, what can be the conclusion? You will say towards the end, Parsons' theory provide one of the most comprehensive functional analysis or functional explanation of society by viewing it as a interconnected system which is governed by shared values, institutions, and functional imperatives. Then briefly mention the criticism. Although later scholars have criticized for overlooking conflict, power, and inequality, his theory of social system remains foundational framework for understanding social order, institutional interdependence, and functioning of modern society. So the conclusion, see, it's like a summary of what you have written, right? So you have told what is social system, then you have briefly mentioned in one line criticism, and you have also mentioned relevance, all the three coming in your conclusion also. So you're basically summarizing it. So that's one way of approaching the conclusion. And sociology, that's the best way to approach the conclusion, rather than giving way forward. Or you are not a sociologist, you cannot give a way forward in this answer, right? So you basically summarize, that's the best approach. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. I see you in the next video.